coach Paul Casey and Dublin Senior Ladies defender Aoife Kane. We're 9 days out from the All-Ireland final. How is everything in the camp on the way to the big day?
Yeah, very exciting. 9 days sounds like not a lot of time. For a while it's been, 3 weeks out, but we're really looking forward to it. And you obviously play football to be featuring on these big days, so we're just hoping that there's a great crowd and everyone just really enjoys it, and we're really looking forward to it.
You made your debut in 2017, two All-Ireland titles already, stuff with dreams?
Yeah, I made my debut in 2017, but I was on the panel for 2 years before that. It's been a long, I made my debut and then didn't really feature last year, but I'm delighted with how this year's going, and stuff for dreams. I'm really looking forward to playing next Sunday.
As you say, you didn't feature much last year, but you definitely established yourself as a starting 15 player in the Dublin defence this year.
I've been lucky with how our kind of name teams have gone, and I've really put an emphasis on pushing myself this year, and I think my teammates have also done an incredible job of pushing. We all kind of push each other to raise the standards, so this year I think we've reached the next level. I'm really looking forward to kind of shown that.
And Paul, you came in last year as a defensive coach. Maybe you can explain the difference maybe in Aoife's game from last year to this year, and why she's actually pushed herself forward.
Aoife, we probably looked at Aoife last year as a wing forward, but in fairness to her, she has taken her opportunity this year, as had a lot of the girls. And once you have that jersey, it's hard to it's yours to lose. But Aoife's done really, really well. She had a Super National League, and she's carried that form into the championship. And but she knows that if she doesn't perform, there's other girls there waiting to take the places of those in possession of the jerseys. So, but I think that's what's made us as successful as we have been, and we're going to need everybody pushing each other over the next 9 days to make sure we get over this next game.
And as I say, you came in last year. What enticed you to come in when you got the invitation?
Mick's a hard man to turn down, first of all. I met him for a cup of coffee before Christmas, and next thing I found myself that he had roped me in, but it was a wonderful opportunity. I know Niamh McAvoy from Parnell's had been involved, and she had to step away, so when Mick dangled the card in front of me, I was delighted to take it, and I haven't looked back since, really, really enjoying it. It's been a huge learning experience for me, and we've a fantastic bunch of girls, and we had great success last year, and this year so far so good, but now we know we probably face the biggest challenge we've faced over my time involved anyway. So.
Going back to the semi-final, you played Cork. You played them 2 games previously in the league, including the semi-final. Lost both games. What do you think you learned from those games that you applied the last day?
I think you probably learn an awful lot from your defeats more so than your victories. We knew that we weren't at the intensity we needed to be at against Cork in the league and the league semi-final, but the girls really kind of up their work rate once we got back for championship mode. Took a while to find our feet throughout the group stages, but over the last 5 or 6 weeks the girls have worked their socks off. They've pushed the management team and they've pushed themselves, and I think that hopefully showed the last day, but we need to keep pushing that bar higher and higher, because we play Galway now 3 times already this year. They should have beaten us in the National League semi-final last year. We got a goal at the last minute. There was a kick of the ball in it down in my Cullen in the league, and we played them in a couple of challenge games, and I think they probably came out on top in both games. So Galway have a lot of young players who are used to All-Ireland success with minor teams. They've had, I think, five titles this decade already. So they're an up-and-coming team. They've some good experienced players there as well, and I'm sure they're relishing a shot at an All-Ireland title.
As you say, they've had plenty of underage success. It hasn't transferred into senior. You were there last year, All-Ireland final. That walk out in front of that crowd. Just explain what that's like.
It's pretty magic. It's probably hard to put words on it. But even the year before that, the crowds have just been growing every year. It's great to see. and that all goes back down to club level and all the coaches there. But yeah, it was fantastic walking out. We kind of got a chance to see it because we went out to watch some of the match before us, just take a look at the pitch, and we saw the crowd and we were thinking, Jesus, there's a good bunch of people here. But no, it was a great day. It was an incredible feeling.
And that noise, I've been there myself, that noise when you go onto the pitch is absolutely massive.
Yeah.
And it's you have a job to do there, but you want to take in the atmosphere and what's happening on the day and the whole lot, because you don't want to pass it by. So how do you combine both, keeping that concentration but also being able to take in what's happening around?
I think communication with players is key. So if you see someone that's kind of been taken away by the occasion, you kind of reel them back in and kind of keep them in mind of what their job is. Obviously you have to take it in. If you didn't experience it, then it wouldn't be worthwhile. But or if you didn't enjoy the experience, sorry. But yeah, it's communication amongst players is key there.
In the semi-final, Paul, the one thing that impressed me the most was the game management from the team, particularly when they lost Nick Collins to a yellow card. Looking at that, I think they kept their Cork scoreless for that 10 minutes and added 2 on themselves. How much impressed were you by that?
We're really impressed, but these are the things we work on, and anything can happen in any game, but we have a really mature group. We've great experience of a great blend of experienced players, and we have young players as well who have come in and they've shown maturity beyond their years. So these are scenarios we faced in the past in different games, we faced in training games, and in fairness to the girls, they managed it very well. And who knows, next day we might have a different challenge thrown up in front of us, but we're just going to have to be ready for whatever lies ahead.
And as a defensive coach, what areas are you specifically honing in on with the players leading into a game?
I suppose defensive coaches, when we don't have the ball, we're all defending. When we have the ball, we're all attackers essentially. But look, we work on a lot of things throughout the year, and the girls are great for taking our ideas on board, and they never stop asking questions. And we just have to pass on to them any experience we have. But we learn just as much from them and watching them play, and they're a great bunch to be involved with, and hopefully now that they're defending all over the pitch will be good the next day.
Look, the sort of phrase group is put out a lot of the time when you're speaking to any players. It's always about the group, but it is really a group effort from both sides, from both management and players alike.
Yeah. I think this year we've probably asked a lot of questions of you guys, a lot more than previous years, but a lot more effort has gone into I think we've got the strongest group this year, definitely, and I wouldn't even question the depth in our panel or anything like that. So I think there's a really good blend of kind of management input and player input as well, which has kind of increased this year. So yeah, it's a really good mix at the moment.
And that depth has really been tested this year as well, with a large amount of injuries to the panel all through the season.
Yeah, we've had huge injury, list of injuries at different times of the year in different positions. But in fairness, that's where girls that are chasing those spots put up their hands, and they've taken those opportunities. But I think we do have a really, really strong panel. Ultimately, only 15 players can start the game, 20 can only come in, but there's 10 players always pushing and pushing and pushing behind there, and that's what drives the standard up here, because everybody knows that come in a new game, it's a clean slate, and we'll pick the teams that are best suited to beat the opposition that lies ahead, and I think the girls know that, and they've responded to that carrot all along.
I've asked the players before, about the build-up and the lead into the final and what it's like for them the week of the All-Ireland. What's it like for a coach?
Yeah, it's different. I suppose it's different. It's nerve-wracking. It's energy sapping. You're wishing time away. But I think for an All-Ireland final, 3 weeks was an ideal break. We had a couple of days to come down and look at the videos of the Cork game and park that. But ultimately, lead into an All-Ireland final, you have to enjoy it. You can't wish those weeks away. We've done our homework on Galway, and we've tried to implement some of those things then onto the training pitch, and we won't get our answers for that until Sunday week. But it's a special time. But like we're all on the countdown. We'll enjoy the few training sessions that are left, and we'll all be fully focused as a group, management and players alike, and hopefully we'll all get our jobs right on the day, and we'll be able to do ourselves justice.
Paul, Aoife, thanks very much for your time and very best of luck in the final.
Thanks,
man.